Hello everyone, Luke here again. Next video for Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Deck profile for the Cyber Dragon deck I just used for the Duelist Challenge. Alright, let's get into it. Monsters. Chronomaly Golden Jet. Once per turn you can increase the levels of all Chronomaly monsters you currently control by 1. So let's just say you have Cyber Dragon on the field. You can normal summon this guy, make him 5, and then you get your plays happening. And of course, good old Cyber Dragon. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Good old faithful. Core, if it's normal summoned, add a Cyber Spell Trap card from your deck to your hand. So there's quite a few of them in here. Let's see, and also, if only your opponent controls a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon a Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. You can only use one Cyber Dragon core effect per turn, and only once that turn, this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while in the field or the graveyard. So they kind of got the Harpy Lady effect. These cyber monsters, they become Cyber Dragon. Hertz also becomes Cyber Dragon while in the field or graveyard, and once again, hard once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can make this card's level become 5 until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters except machine monsters for the rest of the turn. That's no biggie. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one other Cyber Dragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So the good thing about this guy is with the second effect, like he gets it even if it's a cost. So if you like Foolish Barrel or Twin Twist, well, Foolish Barrel is actually not a cost, but Twin Twister is a cost, but you'll still get the effect of that one. And since everything else is like this guy, for example, is Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, you can add him back. Doesn't have you can only add this from the deck. But this is a card that can be added from the graveyard because it's Cyber Dragon while it's in the graveyard. Cyber Pharaoh is one of them. You can special summon this card from your hand by triggering a machine monster. That's anything. Once per turn during main phase, you can fusion summon a machine fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand and or field as material. When a fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Add a Power Bond from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Alrighty. Galaxy Soldier, you can send one other light monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card in defense position. When this card is special summoned, you can add one Galaxy Soldier from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. That's only the adding effect. You can special summon this guy as many times as you want per turn. Works really well straight away, especially if you can get any one of these in the graveyard. Then they become Cyber Dragon. It works well with this, the Cyber Repair Plant. Also the fact is the machine level 5. The repair plant is if a Cyber Dragon is in your graveyard, so there's plenty of them. You can activate one of these effects. If you have 3 or more Cyber Dragon in your graveyard at this card's activation, you can activate both effects from resolve in sequence. You can only activate one Cyber Repair Plant per turn. Add one light machine monster from your deck to your hand, or target one light machine monster in your graveyard. Shuffle that target into the deck. Okay, so there's plenty of, well, everything in this deck is a live machine monster, so target anything. Okay, Cyber Rev System is special summon a Cyber Dragon from your hand or graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. So yep, Monster Reborn for Cyber Dragon, etc. Now, the Foolish Burial I mentioned before, Hertz, send that to the graveyard, get a Cyber Dragon from your deck or graveyard, or maybe you just want to send something else. Just depends on the situation, but mostly it's used for Hertz. The Instant Fusion, that can get out the Panzer Dragon over here. So that's level 5 monster, and this way you're able to get like plays happening. Why do I only have 14 cards in my extra deck? I just realised that. I've got an extra slot there available for something, but I didn't bother. Oh well. Limiter removal is double the attack of all machine monsters you currently control until the end of this turn. During the end phase of this turn, destroy those monsters. The idea is just to wipe your opponent out in one turn with this card. Machine duplication, target a machine monster with you control with 500 or less attack. Special summon up to 2 machine monsters from your deck with the same name as that face-up monster. So this works really well with the core and the Hertz because they're both less than 500 and they're both Cyber Dragon on the field. So if you normal summon either one of these, then use the machine duplication. It summons 2 of these from the deck. And then you can like overlay or just do whatever you feel like. Monster Reborn, so yeah, we've got 4 Monster Reborns. 3 Overload Fusion, special summon. Fusion summon a Dark Machine Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your field or graveyard. So, I mean, this guy is really good. It's 2 plus Cyber Dragon monsters, and like your graveyard's going to be stacked with them. The Power Bond, so yes, fusion summon 1 machine fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material, and it gains attack equal to the original attack. During the end phase of this turn, if this card is activated, you take damage equal to the amount of attack gained from this effect at the time of the summon. Basically, anyway, let's say you go for this guy or this guy, then their attacks doubled, etc. But then, you know, the idea is to win with the card. Especially Cyber Twin Dragon's really good. He'll go to 56 and has 2 attacks, but then again, Rampage will go to 41 and also gets multiple attacks as well. We'll get there in a second. Twin Twisters to destroy back row. Cybernetic Overload. Banish Cyber Dragons with different levels from your hand, face up, field and or graveyard, then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, add a Cyber Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn, but the idea is to banish different level monsters and just open the board up for you to attack, possibly for game. And we got 2 Mirror Force just for added protection and the 2 Solemn Strike. Now the extra deck, which I'm missing something. Okay, so Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon, a Cyber Dragon monster plus 1 monster in the extra monster zone. Plus 1 or more monsters in the extra monster zone, I should say. Cannot be used as fusion material. Yeah, I think I'm missing just the original one in here. That should have been the 15. It doesn't matter. Anyway, must first be summoned from the extra deck by sending the above cards from either field to the graveyard. You do not use polymerization. The original attack of this card becomes 1200 by the number of fusion materials used for its special summon. But yeah, that's basically it though. It doesn't really have any, it has no other effect. Okay, Rampage Dragon 2 plus Cyber Dragon monsters. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion materials. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target spells, traps on the field up to the number of fusion materials used for this summon and destroy them. So yes, a nice heavy storm kind of effect there. Once per turn, you can send up to 2 light machine monsters from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, each monster sent to the graveyard, this card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase's turn. Yes, so 3 attacks can be power bonded, just colossal damage. Okay, let's go to Cyber Eternity Dragon, a Cyber Dragon monster plus 2 machine monsters. If you have a machine fusion monster in your graveyard, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this fusion summoned card you control is sent to your graveyard by opponent's card, you can special summon a Cyber Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard this turn. Your opponent cannot target fusion monster you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Ugh, say that often. The Cyber Twin, it's just 2 Cyber Dragons, and it can make 2 attacks each battle phase. The Pan's Dragon I mentioned before is the instant fusion target. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target a card in the field and destroy it. Also, it's destroyed at the end phase of instant fusion if you don't do anything else with it, so it pops a card on the field if you just summon it with that and it's still in there on the end phase. Okay, Pleiades, because we've got everything as a light monster. The Infinity, of course, you can special summon it by using a Cyber Nova as material, but it's only once per turn. It gains 200 for each material. Once per turn, you can target a face-up attack position monster on the field. It can be either field, attach it to it, gets another 200 attack by it, because it's another material attached, and also once per turn during either player's turn, whenever an effect is activated, detach material and destroy it. So yes, lots of negates possible. And the Nova is 2 level 5 machine monsters. You can detach material from this card, target a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, and special summon it. And once per turn, you can banish a Cyber Dragon from your hand, face up on the field. And this card gains 2000 attack until the end of the turn. Gosh, I'm really losing my voice here, like I did during the duels. But anyway, if this card in possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon a machine fusion type monster from your extra deck. Maybe the 15th card was actually supposed to be a Cyber End, but anyway. Let's go to Sega. 2 machine monsters, including a Cyber Dragon. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard during each battle phase. If this card has not declared an attack, you can target a machine monster you control 2100 or more attack for the rest of their turn. That monster gains 2100 attack and defense. Also, neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involving this monster. So it's only the Sega that doesn't inflict the damage. You can use that once per turn. So if you haven't attacked with Sega, as it says, just target something like this, gains the attack and defense. Yeah, so if Sega does attack during the turn after using this effect, your opponent won't take any damage, but like it's good if your opponent's targeting one of your other monsters. You can. I think I did that during the first duel actually. They attacked something of mine, and I used the Sega effect to actually boost it up. Anyway, and the Hippo Shinnigan, 2 light monsters, and all light monsters in the field gain 500 attack and defense. The Darks lose 400 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by battle card effect, target a light monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So yes, recycle the lights, give power to the lights. Right. Yeah, still trying to figure out what exactly was the 15th card in there anyway. Oh well, the mistakes happen. But anyway, the idea is to have fun. Like, yeah, I had fun with playing this deck, like I do with pretty much everything I've made so far. And yeah, anyway, until next time, thank you all for watching and see you again soon.